Hello and welcome to Trigger Warning. I'm Aidan Hewitt and I'm joined as ever by the magnificently racist and ableist Graham Booth.
Oh yeah? How's it going?
Oh, it's going. I've been boomering apparently.
You're good at that, yeah.
So I've been boomering like crazy.
It's just before we go on air, there's always just like 10 minutes of you going, "Oh no, that's not working, Graham. No, give me a sec."
Well, it's dreadful. You get everything set up. And then you come and sit back down, and it's all gone. It's all just gone, Graham. It all just goes. Things run away.
How you doing anyway? I've not chatted to you much today. What's going on with you, amigo?
Not much. Busy day. Been online. Have been arguing online, so that's quite good. I've been enjoying that, and business as usual. How about you?
Yeah, good man. Good. Full of life and thriving. Actually, really good. I just been staring at my girl all day, just going, she's getting so big and strong, and clever, and she's been really getting on with people at the moment, getting really social. You know, so it's the thing you worry about, isn't it? It's like, is she going to be as weird as I was and not have any friends? Nah, she's doing fine.
Well, let's hope she just ends up far better than you and more tolerant.
She already is. Oh, here we go with the fucking smears. I've had enough of that crippled fella on the comments today.
He wasn't. He had autism.
Well, whatever.
You don't call people with autism crippled. See, case in point. We're going out live. We do this every 10:30 on a Tuesday evening, 10:30 p.m. UK time, and we go out via YouTube and triggerwarning.tv/live. No longer Cogent Radio, but I'll talk to you about that. Are you drinking out of a teapot?
No, it's my Big Hero 6 cup.
Oh, right. It just looked like a teapot.
It's head and it heals me.
Obviously, some people will only be listening to this, so we'll try and do audio descriptions for Graham's oddities whenever possible. For example, how rosy red his cheeks are this evening, which is quite alarming.
I've been in the sun all day, man.
Yeah.
You know what though? About 10 o'clock tonight, I was a bit worried because I got that feeling you get when you're on your own and you just get that switch goes in your head and you're like, I might take advantage of myself. I kind of got that feeling and I wasn't sure I was going to do the show, and I've not done because if I had done, I'd be asleep on the couch over there right now. So yeah, it's probably my horn that you can see, Hayden. Is it showing? Am I glowing?
No. you just read.
I felt frisky. But no, I've been helping my girl climb trees today as well, so it's probably a bit of that. But no, it was weird actually. I went to the bathroom before you say that, and I used some of my Soph's face wash, the nice girly stuff that's just for faces apparently. I was like, I wanted to know what it was about, and I did it, and I looked in the mirror and I was like, yeah, I'm clean, but my skin was so gammony. It was pure, question time going on about nuclear weapons, gammon. Like, I was just looking at myself like, fuck.
Well, let's say hello to a few of the people who are watching live. We've got Alan, we've got Chappie, Mr. Kill C1. Hello, Richard W. from Aussie, apparently. From Australia, crikey. We got Chappie and some others that have slipped off my screen. Of course, Nat. Hello, Nat. How you doing? More people joining in as we go, as YouTube lets them know that we are actually there. We used to broadcast this on Cogent Radio, but it's if you go to cogentradio.com, there's a statement on the front page. Cogent Radio is retiring. It's going to radio heaven. We started in November 2017. It's been a lot of fun, but we're not giving it the love and attention it deserves, and we can't at the moment because we're putting everything through this. So we still will have a radio station, and it'll come back bigger and better and more exciting. So, but for now, Cogent Radio is no more. On the flip side, that does mean we're probably going to get the Trigger Warning app a little sooner than anticipated, which is good news. That is good news. Everybody wants a Trigger Warning app. So we'll definitely be doing that.
Do you know what would be a fun thing if you could do? Because when you're on YouTube, you can't lock your phone. If you could somehow get it so that you could play our live stream on YouTube, but also lock your phone. If you could sidestep that, that'd be hilarious. Although I'm sure we'd get in trouble.
I don't think we can do it, but I do know it will have live streaming on the Trigger Warning app. It will definitely have the live streaming on there. We also got Dunk in from North Wales. Hello. And Course Stuffing Aerial and Satellites, who says, hello guys, it's all about Ajax tonight. Obviously some scouring powder is required. That's what that must be about. Big fan of cleanliness. You and Graham can have a chat about cleaning kitchens later on.
It's the only clean part of my house. It's just the one. The rest is just like, literally looks like a bomb's gone off. Richard said, I honestly don't think you need a radio station to do stuff. Well, that's kind of our thinking. It's a lot of money, isn't it? Like, it's money that we could be putting on something else at the moment, at this exact moment in time. But we'll get there.
We don't need it, but we want one, because it's all about the independent media. So, the website's going to have more going on for everyone. I'm not decided exactly how we're going to do it yet, but it will be moved offshore, so there'll be a lot of freedom of speech angles to it. And you got to put your money where your mouth is. You want to support independent media. And a radio station's good with it. We can't do a video sharing platform, although we could host pre-recorded media, but we can't do a video sharing, like live streaming platform or anything like that. But we could do a radio station, and they're a lot of fun to have. Be under no illusions, they're tremendous fun to mess around with. So we will be getting back to that. Just not yet. We've got to do too much with this. We're nearly at 1,000 subscribers.
I know, it's good, isn't it? It's going well.
Word, it's amazing.
I'm like a teenage girl checking her Instagram, just constantly opening it. Have we had any more? Oh, we have.
It'd be lovely to get to 1,000, wasn't it? And then 1 million.
A million.
I could be trusted with that kind of influence, Graham.
I think I'd have to put things by people, not you.
Yeah, I'm the worst person to run ideas by. Do you think I should do that? Yes.
We'd need a third person for sure, just to sit there and go,
who could stop me logging in on Friday evening? Shit-faced.
I don't know.
No one. So, apart from Mrs. Hewitt, I'd wait till she went to bed.
I'm sure the markets would soon sort that out in terms of us making big mistakes.
If you'd like to support Trigger Warning, there are many ways to do it. I don't think we're verified by Brave yet, so that's not one of them. But you can go to patreon.com/triggerwarningtv if you'd like to become one of our patrons and help support the Trigger Warning project, which is bringing you truth, justice, and mega all the time, all week, content every day. I'll tell you about the mega thing in a minute. Got some news on that. Or you can go to streamlabs.com. It's just up there. /triggerwarningtv, where if you tip us through there, I guess you get the Aidan waving a dildo alert. I believe that pops up for a subscription as well, so that'd be nice. And I've got my little stream deck, so I feel all posh. Yeah, Chappie, one of the things is if we do come back with a radio station, we'll come back with a music license so we can play all the unsigned music, but also signed music. Do it properly. So, we are verified on Brave. Oh, thank you very much, Dunk. It kept telling me we weren't verified. I can't sign in now because I have to answer emails, get a letter from my mother, and everything. The security's marvellous. Thank you so much, Dunk. That's genuinely appreciated. We got some tokens, dude.
Mm.
And because we got the Uphold wallet, we can start taking Bitcoin, crypto as well. Which I know nothing about. Ethereum, Bitcoin, and Litecoin, I believe we can take. I think.
I've got a little bit of Ethereum, but I don't know what to do with it. It's just sitting there. I just own it. It's not too hard though. But I did get it to sit on it, so I'm not. It's not like I worry about it. It doesn't keep me up at night. Like, what am I going to do with it? It's just there.
I don't until they start taking it at Argos or Curry's. I'm kind of lost, to be honest with you. Until they let me do that with it.
Papa John's takes Bitcoin now, though, doesn't it? Have you seen that?
Does it?
Yeah. You can go. They've got a little sign in the window now accepting Bitcoin, so you can just go in and send it to their wallet.
I said, just go in with your Bitcoin.
Go in. Yeah, we don't really have the thing. I think in America it's set up a little bit better. A lot of the cash apps have it like integrated in, which is really, really good the way they do it. The Ajax thing as well, by the way, I think that's referring to footballs. It was Tottenham, wasn't it?
Scouring powder. Definitely.
Scouring powder, specifically.
Definitely scouring powder.
Okay.
100%. See, the goal is, though, we'll get back to scouring powder. Oh, the mega. You know, we've been mentioning on the shows, if you don't watch the Thursday night show, every once in a while it comes up with saying, must do a mega hat. Really, 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 really must do a mega hat. So, of course, someone asked for one today, so I made one. And I don't have, because it's the two of us here, I don't have the web page up. But I'll drop the link in chat, and got it on Gear Press. There we go. And someone's bought one.
You're going to be rocking around with Mega. That's brilliant.
Hashtag Mega.
I need a make racism hilarious again one.
Make rape funny.
Make rape acceptable again.
I'm not allowed to say that, am I?
What?
You can't make jokes about rapes.
Oh, can you not?
No, that's why Mr. Carl of Akkad Benjamin is in trouble.
Oh, yeah. Can you imagine, though? Can you imagine someone seeing you wearing a MAGA hat and just thinking, fucking cunt over there, I'm going to go give him a piece of my mind. And as they get close enough to actually read the words, it just says, make rape acceptable again.
Just make it fun again, you know? Why can't we just all enjoy ourselves like responsible adults? Why not?
It'd almost be worth being hospitalised just to see the look on the poor fucker's face as he went hardcore triggering. I was saying that today, though, wasn't I? Because Trump's visiting. If he comes to Manchester, I'm so wearing a Trump hat. 100%.
Oh, we're having a day out, mate. If Trump comes to Manchester, we're getting a picnic. We're getting a couple of. We'll take the small Canon cameras, not taking the big cameras because they'll get no way. That's for special days out only. But we'll take the little cannons out. We'll do some filming. We'll basically act like dickheads, like we do normally, but in public, you know.
Yeah.
We'll get a couple of mega hats. You know, Tommy Robertson Che Guevara t-shirts or Trump Che Guevara t-shirts, and away we go. Just reading in chat here, Dunk says you need to post your public address for each crypto in the description box. That's just a long series of letters and numbers, isn't it? Yeah, I think I've got all those now, so that's good. We will get. I think that's right. I don't know. I don't understand any of this nonsense. I'm sure I will. The best part was Graham. No, hang on.
What?
Shh. You know how it works. I'm the boomer. I showed Graham the wallet, and he just went, I don't understand.
No, you showed me the bloody. That wasn't the wallet. That was the charges for removing currency.
Yeah, but on that site, I sent you the site, and you just went.
And no, you sent me the charges, and it was all international and national and amounts and stuff. And I just finished streaming. I was like, I can't deal with that. In terms of the wallet address, I totally get that. I know exactly what that is. I've done it. I've sent and accepted.
You set it up with cards. It's very fancy.
Oh, I've not got any cards on mine. Well, it's just sitting there, though, isn't it?
No, not real cards. Pretend cards.
SJG Perspective has just joined us.
Oh, SJG Perspective. Right. How you doing, sir? Do go and check out his channel. Post a link in the chat, dude. Don't be shy. Let everyone know. And also, big shout out to Drone Tech. I think we're going on his show this week, and he's coming on ours on Thursday for the big show.
Nice.
But also, Drone Tech and Mrs. Drone Tech have just welcomed their second child into the world. Beautiful baby boy. So many congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Drone Tech. Well done.
Yeah.
Well done. That's fantastic.
You see his happy face there. I was jealous, man. I was jealous. Good times, big adventures.
Well, he's got a little girl and a little boy now, I believe. I'm pretty sure. But it's nice to see people happy, and now everyone's back home, so he's back to streaming.
I reckon when mine goes to school, I'll start getting the urge for another.
I didn't.
I want to get that warm, cozy feeling of being pregnant again. Hey?
I didn't. Once mine started going to school, I just went, yes.
I've already been looking up jobs, for September. I just can't, because part of me's just been like, oh God, I just want to fucking work again.
Daytime masturbation is back on the agenda.
Well, yeah, actually, I might start looking for October just so I can have a stunning September. Like a really fucking, like a blowout, amazing one. So, dude, what do you want to chat about anyway? What's been going on in the world?
Well, one thing I did, I did the stream on Sunday night, and the longest part of it was the legitimizing paedophiles part.
Yeah, I saw your pedo stream.
And I did a little bit on anti-Semitism, dealing with that New York Times cartoon, which it showed Netanyahu as a sausage dog or wiener dog for our slightly less vocabulary savvy American cousins. And it was leading a blind Donald Trump. So, you first look at it and you think, well, all right, yeah, it's just a political statement. It's neither here nor there. Perhaps a little insensitive the day after a load of people were shot in a synagogue, but, whatever. But then I noticed he had the yarmulke on Donald Trump's head, which takes it into religion. So naturally, I got into it with everybody today on this. I got into it with Richie Allen. We had a good old ding dong on Twitter, and some of his followers, fans, and one was saying to me like, "Well, it's intrinsically linked, Israel, Judaism. How could you not?" And I was like, "We don't do that with Saudi Arabia. We don't do political cartoons of Saudi Arabia and just drop the Muhammad with the bomb for a fucking hat image in there. We don't do that. Why is this successful?" And then you look at everything that's going on the left, and I'm being bombarded with people saying it's not anti-Semitic. There is no anti-Semitism. One guy rocked up and went, "Listen, I know this 60-year-old Jewish fella. He didn't even know what anti-Semitism was. I wish I had imaginary Jewish friends as well."
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't understand that. Like, it is anti-Semitic, of course it is. But I stand by their right to print it, though. Like,
that's neither here nor there to me. It's the denial.
Yeah.
But my big problem is, do it for everyone or don't do it. No one worries about taking the piss out the atheists. No one worries about taking the piss out the Christians. For all people say you can't criticize the Jews. They seem to do it a hell of a lot. But you would never dream in a million years of saying to a black person, racist. There's no racism. Are you stupid? You're just seeing that. You wouldn't go to a Muslim and say Islamophobia, as much as I'm still not sure about that phrase. Or let's say bigotry against Muslims. Are you sure that exists? Are you sure it's not just a small thing that's been blown out of proportion by the Wahhabists in Saudi Arabia? Because that's what I was told today. It's all been blown out of proportion by Israel. And here in Manchester, I've seen the cemeteries being vandalised and having swastikas put on them.
Yeah, a lot, like relentlessly, my whole life.
And I've seen, the reports and physically the people hanging out. There's not far from the studio, there's a Jewish school. And my friend's children go there, as it happens. And they get anti-Semitic comments shouted at them. A lot of times, believe it, from Asian taxi drivers. For our American friends, when we say Asian, we don't mean Chinese, Japanese, although we tend to be people from Northern Asia, so Pakistani, things of that nature. That's an Asian over here.
You mean the accurate way of saying it, the correct way?
Yes, of course. Which an American shouted at me for. Well, he typed in caps, obviously, and he got very cross with me because he believed me describing Pakistanis as Asians was me covering up for them somehow, which I didn't really understand.
Is the term Asian so loaded for you that you're like, oh, you just trying to cover them up? What the fuck are you talking about? I think with that New York Times thing though, man, that cartoon, like, and I was saying this to Twatsack in a PM earlier, like, you could have had blind Trump being led by the dog King Netanyahu and the exaggerated faces, and it would have been just as offensive and just as ridiculous. But like chucking the yarmulke on it just kind of felt like a sideways thing to it. It was like you didn't necessarily like if it was the Pope, if the Pope covers up kid sex, yeah, and you then have a political cartoon of the Pope doing it, you would expect religious imagery there because it's relevant to the story. I think with this, it's kind of not relevant. You know, it's like it's a side on thing. So personally, I wasn't very comfortable with them just chucking the Yamacron there.
That was the part. Pointless. That was the part that tipped it for me.
Yeah,
that's when he stopped being a political cartoon. It started being a bigoted statement. Smoke Steve, hello sir, has said in chat, Jesus, it can't be a multi-generation Brit spraying SPOS stickers. Yes, it can. Of course it can. You know, we have massive racists over here as well. Did you not see them at some of those EDL rallies throwing out the Nazi salutes? Passing Muslim ladies that were just going about the business. They were throwing up Nazi salutes. And then one of them tried to convince me they were actually Roman salutes.
Well, I mean, I don't know. This is just, you know, this is personal experience. It's not like data or proper polls or anything like that. But I know from winding people up about Israel how quickly, like I did it with that guy the other day where I was saying to like, Israel's done nothing wrong, blah, 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 and all that stuff. Really, really getting on his tits. And he very, very quickly, and he's a nice guy, normal guy, British, whatever. And he very quickly just started talking about money lending and all this other stuff. And it was like, it was just like, where the fuck did that come from? And I've got to ask you, why do we hate the Jews so much? Why?
In England,
in all of history.
But I'm not hugely au fait on this, obviously. Not being a member of the tribe myself.
I want to know.
But I know
that but you're one of the haters.
In England, was it King John or King Richard or King John? Invited them there to develop the country, invited them in, you know, business people with wealth. And obviously he then said, but you can't own land. So they went into money lending.
Yes.
And then he had the benefits out of that, and we kicked him out of England. And they kicked out of everywhere. And, you know, they've just been cast with this image of duplicitous, seditious, underhanded people, which just doesn't work in real life, does it? People are just people, in my experience. But, you know, we're not allowed to think that now. We have to think that somehow it's all a plot. And then people will get around it by going, I don't mean ordinary Jews. I mean these other ones. And it's just, I don't know. I know what some of them are getting at. I mean, it's like Richie. I've had people accuse, say to me, you know, Richie Allen, anti-Semite. I'm like, Richie's not an anti-Semite. He doesn't hate Jews.
No.
He doesn't have a problem with Jews. I've sat in the room with him with Jews. It doesn't exist. But now, because he'll talk to people who perhaps are, that's how it works now. You know, I've just been followed back by that Nasher Jew account on Twitter. So I'm fully expecting to have that thrown in my face soon. They're your BFF now, so I might as well swap some DMs with them and, you know, get palling.
Send some dick pics.
Just a couple.
Make it official.
Just a couple. So yeah, I just it was an anti-Semitic cartoon. It's just the way of it.
Yeah. So what happens though? Do you want it gone?
Well, it already is gone. They've apologised. They've removed it. That's up to them.
I know. I saw that. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I'm a little torn on this one because, you know, freedom of speech is great, but I think if you're going to start treating minorities differently and denying minorities the ability to say, I feel as if I'm being attacked, by constantly saying, well, I don't agree. You know, I just don't agree. I think we're just getting into a bad place.
I think they should have left it up. I mean, fair enough, apologise, but you know, if you feel you need to apologise, do it. But I don't think you should have took it down. As offensive as it is, I don't. Why protect me from it?
But would you say that if it was a stereotypical black person with the big lips and a watermelon?
Well, yeah. I mean, that Australian newspaper just got in trouble for exactly that, didn't they? Yeah, the Serena Williams thing.
No one else would, though. Yeah, but that's the problem. No one else would. I mean, for me, it's you do it for all, you do it for none. I couldn't really give a flying fuck whether they put a yarmulke on Donald Trump's head or not. I think there's far more things to get annoyed about.
To me, though, it's the same thing about, Charlie Hebdo doing the bomb turbans. Like, that we shouldn't take these things down because you kowtow to that, and it has other effects on other things, doesn't it? If New York Times wants to be racist, they should fucking stand by it. They really, really should. Like, let them be. And for me, like you said, treat people like people, everyone the same. I think they should be like, if we're not letting them put their weird anti-Semitic political cartoon up, then that.
But here's what I try and do with this, though.
Mohammed, go on. What?
I mean, obviously, the extremists threatening to kill people. It's unconscionable and it shouldn't change. But it's like when people told me, "Why don't you host a Draw Mohammed competition?" It's because why would I want to? Why I don't feel the need to upset ordinary Muslims who won't kill me for it. A couple of my friends would probably be quite disappointed in me. You know what? So for me, it's like each of these little things that we look at them and go, "Yeah, I'd leave that up. Fuck it, I'd leave it up." But we're not one of them. So we can't say how that feels. So it's very. I mean, obviously, I think the whole world should run according to how I think, and what a wonderful, wonderful world that would be. But it doesn't, and I think for the mainstream media, they do have to think about these things because they're fucking quick to judge everybody else. So why should they be telling blatant lies about, let's say, Sargon of Akkad, about racism and stuff, but be allowed to do that? No, fuck them. Let them be hit with the same stick. We spoke earlier about Twitter, didn't we? I'm just going to change the subject a bit. Oh, hello, Natalie. How are you? Speaking about Twitter, I did follow that young lady you recommended.
Oh, here we go.
NPC Princess, the the porn young lady. Indigo White, isn't it? Indigo White.
Whatever. Yeah. Did you follow her?
I did.
I don't know.
She's got a locked account, so I had to get permission. You really like her, don't you?
Oh, yes.
You really. I mean, she's a very, very well put together young lady. You probably can't see very well there, but she's a very well put together young lady, and Graham's very taken with her. Did she follow you back, Graham?
No, she's not followed me back. No. Not that I'm aware of.
That is not that you're aware of.
Not that I've been checking. NPC.
She followed me back, didn't she, Graham?
Princess. She's been shadow banned, because I have to put a full tag every time.
I don't. She's just one of my followers, so I can just.
Oh yeah. She just pops up, does she?
Yeah.
No, she's not publicly followed me yet. I'm assuming I'm on one of her secret lists. When you can follow people by list and they don't know. She's keeping an eye on me.
Yeah. Is that piss? Sorry, just look.
No, it's apple juice.
No.
Does it look like wee wee?
Yes, it does. Natalie
just filled up with soap just before. Soap. Yes.
I need some piss to get my mojo going. Natalie says, "Better for seeing you, big man. XXX. You're not wearing less, as per my suggestion last week. How do you know? Might be no pants Tuesday in Hewitt Towers here."
I'm actually wearing a lot more than I have done in previous last few weeks. Pants, shoes, everything, mate. It's an unusual one for me. Dude. I can't risk not talking about this because it's obviously the news of the week. Have you seen the trailer for the new Sonic movie?
Do you know what I have? I was about to create a highlight there just in case it was going to be an interesting section. We don't really do that for the podcast.
This is globally trending, Hayden Hewitt.
Yeah, I did watch it. I watched it with Junior, who wants to see it. So I'm going to have to go and see the Sonic movie. Looks fine to me. What do you want? What the fuck do you want from a film of a platform game from like 1990? What do you want? What are people expecting? Sonic doesn't look very good. Looks the same as he did in the fucking game. You got Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik or whatever. He'll be brilliant. It'll be a thoroughly entertaining 80 to 90 minutes of cinema time.
I think Jim Carrey is a dick, but I think he's going to save that movie. I think he's going to be amazing in it. You know, whatever he is personally, then he is good at that sort of thing.
Oh, this thing, I don't care what these people are like personally. It's race. You know, it's like when people talk about rock stars like Yngwie Malmsteen, the guitar player. Because I used to work in guitar shops when I was younger. I still know people there. I go in. They said, "Oh, when we had him in, he was a real dick, and it put me off, and I don't listen to his music." So, well, I want him to be a dick. You know, he's a rock star. Let him be a dick. He's done it. You haven't, you bitter little bastard. Just let him enjoy himself. Jim Carrey's the same. I don't care what his political opinions are. I do not understand people. They go, "I don't like your political opinions. I'm never watching another one of your films again." This is like having Happy Dog on the podcast again.
I know. I'm going mad for it tonight, though. I don't know what it is. I can't stop smoking at the moment. It's driving me mad. I've got maybe I've got the cancer or something, and it's just my body like sending confusing messages to my brain.
Don't worry, Graham. If you've got the cancer, everything's all right now. It's all right. There's a big story come out. Some guy had the bad cancer.
Yeah.
You know, a small cell lung cancer, dying. Apparently, it spread throughout his body, top to toe. Full. He was full of the cancer.
Riddled.
Yeah, teeming. They don't call it full-blown cancer, do they? There's full-blown AIDS, but not full-blown cancer. So, he was on some kind of program, and they had him on loads of vitamins, obviously, because he was the poorlies. And apparently his mate, who was a vet, said, "Here, try these." And it was some kind of dog worming tablets, some shit like that. Worming tablets. And apparently he's got no cancer. So I went and read up some medical papers, and the tablets on their own do nothing. The vitamins on their own fill you full of vitamins. Something to do with the combination has been shown to have an effect on cancerous cells and tumours.
What, this is a legit thing then? This isn't just some random ass...
Well, that's why I went and checked some medical papers on it. They are starting to sniff around it as some kind of actual thing. It was first noticed in fucking mice or something like that, but it's always mice in it. Because they said, you know, these cancerous mice, and I think they give mice cancer. That's horrible. I see Richie Allen's in, and
I saw that. Yeah,
I've just seen a chat. He says, "Going to run a competition on tomorrow's show. Prizes, free glasses from Specsavers. I'll fix it so Natalie Stacey wins." Because obviously Natalie realizes that I am the alternative media sex god.
I don't get it, man. She's literally looking at a screen right now where I'm there next to you, and she's still got the heart eyes.
Yeah, but you're like some kind of creepy incel twink. And Richie's Irish. How dare he? How dare he look down on an Englishman? I mean, he does, because he's really fucking tall.
He has forgotten his place, hasn't he?
He has. He needs to learn his place. He's not even like he's really fucking Irish. It's
gonna
all
have
a put on anyway. Look at that, two dog ugly bastards. Oh, I can't wait to get you back in the studio on a Thursday, Rich.
I know. I'm
so looking forward to that.
I'm looking forward to it just because I tweet shit at him every day now. Fuck you, Irish.
He's not even Irish. He was born in fucking Walthamstow.
It's dead easy though when you're hiding behind your phone, isn't it?
Oh, you've never had it where he's actually shouted at you in person, yeah, have you?
No, he's not. He's took the piss out of me, and it was humiliating.
It's nice when he roars. He's tremendously satisfying.
I was pondering on it for weeks. I couldn't sleep, honestly. He's very cutting. Oh,
bless him. Bless him and all those who sail in him. That's what I say.
Oh, dude, that's just reminded me of, the Men with Mouths. Have you seen Tony Slattery's tried to make a comeback? Do you remember him from Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Yeah.
He's done a big, really sad interview in The Guardian, and it's well worth a read. It was really good. The dude was on like 2 bottles of vodka and 10 grams of coke a day. But it turns out that he had like bipolar, and he just completely sunk into fucking madness, basically.
Yeah, but you see, I'm gonna level with you here, Graham.
Go on.
I'm of an age where that was one of the big shows when I was a bit younger.
20 years ago, wasn't it?
I fucking hated it. I fucking hated it. Just, it was boring. It was shit. And it was so smug and self-satisfied. I'd rather have watched Noel's house party with Mr. Blobby, which sometimes I did before I went out to Gilly's Rock World.
Do you remember that? Do you remember when there was only like 3 or 4 channels and you actually used to sit and watch shite like Noel's house party?
I remember when there were 3 channels.
It's fucking insane.
I'm old as shit.
But you would actually fucking sit there like a dick and just watch Noel's house party, like.
Yeah, but because everyone needs to know what my routine was in fucking 1990. But I used to get home from work, have a shower, wash my really long hair that I had back then, and order a pizza. Pizza turn up, sit, watch Noel's house party, eat a pizza, and then fuck off to Rock World, take drugs, and drink loads of beer, and just have a cracking time.
Walk around with your plastic bottle, cloudy water.
Oh, no. I used to get Newcastle Brown bottles, but because I was a regular, they'd give me a pint pot if I wanted.
Oh, nice. There
you go, you see. There you go, see me. Iron Maiden t-shirt, leather jacket, skin-tight jeans and white trainers. Oh, yeah. Heavy metal Thunderhead.
I remember being on acid in Chili's once, and I was just listening to Blur the whole time on my headphones, just sitting in the corridor going, with my pink glasses on. With Tender by Blur playing all calm and shit in my ear.
So, I mean, twink.
Yeah, they didn't give me a pint pot, I tell you that.
No, I bet they didn't. Richard W's just asked, do you remember those old TVs you had to manually tune with the UHF channel? Yes. Yeah, we had the one with the loop aerial and one with a coat hanger. A little black and white TV I used to watch as a kid, and you had a big dial on it to change channels. I was trying to explain this to my 7-year-old son. Doesn't get it. Not having it.
I still had one of them until very recently, actually, just as a bit of a memento, but it just takes up so much space.
But Junior don't get it. I showed him a cassette tape, and he just laughed at me. Like, that's just stupid.
You have to rewind.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing?
You can only get how many songs on it? He's used to a memory stick this big in the car that's got like 100 albums on it, you know? It just doesn't make sense to him. He's like, you have to wait for a certain time to watch a TV program.
Yeah,
you know what? Bullshit's that, Dad?
I tried that with my girl the other day because she really wanted to watch The Simpsons. She just kept asking me about The Simpsons, and it was only on TV. And it really confused her, just the whole concept of adverts. And this like 3 or 4 minutes, and she's like, Dad, I don't like this program. I want The Simpsons. And it was just madness to her. She just can't even imagine living in that world where you sit and watch TV.
Oh no,
it's just beyond her. And you know what? The sooner it fucking dies, the better. Seriously, scrap it. Fucking scrap it. It's a waste of time. And don't get me wrong. There are a lot of people that likes to watch Britain's Got Talent, and fine, that still needs to exist, but not in the format that it does right now. Jesus Christ, no.
I don't.
No.
I can't abide any of that stuff. But I'm not TV proof, Graham. I'm not TV proof. I have caught up on American Gods.
Good man.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I feel bad because I don't want to ruin it for anyone, but oh my god. Who is Shadow Moon? Who is it? Who is it?
I know who he is. I don't know who he is. I've got theories. I've got thoughts. It's his song, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but who is he though? Is he Thor? You know, is he Loki? Yeah. I don't know.
Thor, demigod.
Definitely. You think so? That's what I was thinking. I just didn't want to say it for spoilers. Yeah. Natalie Stacey has said teletext, and you know what? Check this out, Natalie. I once worked when I was like a student. I volunteered at a media conference, and I was assigned to look after the guy who invented teletext, and still working, still going. You're doing other things now, and he wasn't like the guy. He was a guy from the team, but he's one of the leads. And I googled him. got his name, got his face, knew everything about him. I knew about his kids. I knew which football team he supported. Fucking everything. I was right at the door to the Lowry as he arrived. Shoved my hand out, Graham. Looked after him so well all day, fucking stunningly, right? And then I saw him a few weeks later. You know, this being in mind to like get a job when I left uni, like, you know, get some experience or something. I saw him a few weeks later. He didn't have a fucking clue who I was. He looked right through me. I spent all day licking his ass.
If that's any conversation, Nico McBrain did that to me once, so he was very rude. It's terrible when people you admire are rude to you, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, he just seemed like a good guy, and he was into the tech side of things, which I was a lot more into then. And it would have been nice, you know, it would have been nice. But my dreams died that day.
Well, I can't show any more of those pictures. I was going to show another picture of Indigo White, who follows me.
Oh, guys, find her, check her out. She's everywhere.
I can't show any of these.
I installed Snapchat for that.
No, I can't show that one either. So, yeah, we'll just leave that alone. Get in trouble if I share those. Yeah, I met Nico McBrain from Iron Maiden, looked right through me.
Yeah.
And I was actually introduced to him. I didn't go and fanboy on him. One of the high-ups from PV took me and said, "Oh, this is Nico." I went, "Oh, mate, you know, love your stuff." And he went, "Yeah, cheers." It's like, "Oh, dude, thanks." Bruce Dickinson was much nicer. I think they're the only two famous people I've ever met. The last famous person who I really admired that I saw was George A. Romero. The wife took me to the UK premiere of Land of the Dead. It was a birthday present. And he was there. And he introduced the film, and he walked right past me, where we were sat right past. I got to look right at George Romero. And the missus said, "Do you want to go to the signing tomorrow? You can meet him. I'll organise it. Go to the signing, get a couple of things signed." I went, No. Don't want to meet him. Love his films. Admire the man. I'll just leave it at that. That's how I prefer it with, you know, the famous folks. Just leave it. I don't need to. Natalie Stacey just mentioned Guthrie Govan. He's a lovely chap. If you're not familiar with him and you like,
I don't know who that is.
Mate, if you like guitar music, get on YouTube. He's a British guy, incredibly strange.
Let me put it on my notes.
He's one of the most talented guitar players I've ever seen, and he's such a nice guy. I mean, I don't know him. We got to hang out for a few hours at a guitar show because I was demonstrating and he was flying, and we just ended up in the same place for a while and just got chatting. But really, really nice guy. But I also like it when they're complete arseholes. Like Yngwie Malmsteen. I dig that.
Music was better when they were assholes.
Yeah, that's what rock stars should be.
It was when they were just pricks. That was it was just better. It was more fun. It was more exciting. I mean, you know, maybe I don't know. You know what? I was going to say maybe the sexual weirdness was up in the air more, but it was all consenting, wasn't it? And at least they're not all creepy feminists like they are now, all sort of pretending to be lovely and pretending to be nice, but actually just raping 15-year-old girls behind closed doors anyway.
Yeah, like that Lost Prophets dude. That was babies.
Yeah, like at least in the old days, they were just honest to God getting sucked off by a 15-year-old. just thumbs up
after she'd sucked off most of the road crew.
Yeah, man. But it was out in the open at least. It was just part of the game, wasn't it? Nice bit of child abuse.
Oh, TV didn't say again either. I've also caught up on Game of Thrones.
How did you find it? The last one.
It's very exciting.
Could you see it?
Yeah, I could see it just fine because I'm not one of these whinging bastards on the internet. They used that so well, the darkness at the beginning of the battle scene. It was perfect. It was very good. Very good.
They over-egged that shit, man. It was a great idea, and they fucking ran with it. Just a few more fucking lights.
Joe Public says he's Richie Allen, not famous. Yeah, he is, but...
I guess so, yeah.
He's a terrible person. So, terrible man. Terrible man. He always wants to fight you in the Aldi car park. It's really weird.
We can't describe him as famous because it goes against our deplatforming strategy for him. It's hard enough as it is keeping up with reporting all his YouTube videos.
I've known Richie for bloody years now, so it's.
I got to tell you about this one. Whilst we're talking about films and stuff like that, I saw a random tweet last night. It was about 11 o'clock, and it was someone saying they've just watched Brawl in Cellblock 90. And have you seen it?
The one with Vince
Vaughn.
Yes, yeah, that's very good.
I'd never heard of it, never anything, and it just saw some random tweet saying it was amazing, and I thought, all right, I'll watch 10 minutes of it. Fucking 2 a.m. last night. I was still up just there.
It's a wonderfully fun film.
Yeah, Brawl in Cellblock 90. It's on Netflix right now. Watch it. It kind of feels like it's going to be a bit shit, but it just builds so well.
Oh yeah,
so well.
It is what it is. It's one of those strange little movies that you just fall in love with. You know, it's
and you don't see enough super violence like that, I think.
Well, that's how I judge a film.
Yeah.
You know, it's Aidan, why did you like the Punisher TV series so much? People were getting stabbed in the neck. That's beautiful. If it's got that, a car chase, and maybe some tits in there, I'm a happy guy.
Is that it? You're just good to go?
I have very simple tastes. Nobody should bother putting subtext in films. I watch films like I'm a child. I take in what I see, and that's it. It doesn't go any deeper. You know, it's just why bother? If I wanted that, I'd read a book. I want to see. I want to see shit blow up, big sharks, zombies, plenty of zombies, breasticles, car chases, not sex scenes because they're really boring.
Yeah, I get a bit awkward with sex scenes. I really do.
But they're boring. Need it. They don't fit. If I wanted that, I'd watch porn where you get proper ones with stuffing, you know. But no, waste of time. You could be having more car crashes, more zombies, and just more people running around with their tits out.
Exactly. I don't need that. I don't need sexual titillation whilst I'm watching it. The only good porn, not porn, the only good sex scene in a movie was that Lethal Weapon 5 that It's Always Sunny did. Where Danny DeVito just goes at that girl for ages, going, oof, oof, oof. It's just so well done and so light, and everyone's like,
There's a series that went off the boil a little bit. That really went off the boil a little bit. I wasn't impressed with that at all. The ending of the last episode was just shit. Pure shit.
It's weird though. I think with the last couple of series, you just they're just getting old. They're all wifed and familyed and all that, and they're just kind of settled, and they're all doing Hollywood and fucking off. And you just think that it has its hit and miss moments, like season 10 onwards. But I still watch it just because of the magic bits are still really, really good, and I still really, really like it. It's worth it almost for the umming and ahhing. Dude, more media stuff. More media. Samsung. Have you seen Samsung have unveiled the Sero, Sero? It's a TV that rotates 90 degrees. It's fucking insane. It literally, and it's for people that film on their phones. And this to me is a shit as an idea as a folding phone. But
that's a sin to film video vertically. If you do that on Live Leak, you're persecuted.
Yeah. But, here's the thing, man, though. If you've got a fucking 40 or 50-inch TV, why do you need it to rotate vertically just for a phone video? Who gives a fuck? You can still see everything. It's not, you don't have to. And not only that, what about kids, dogs? What about that whole mechanism of it doing that?
But it's market, it targets the millennials, apparently.
Well, millennials aren't going to fucking waste the money on that bollocks, are they? Come on.
Probably.
How out of touch do you have to be? Do you think anyone wants to tell? If someone wants a telly that rotates like that, then they'll just get a thing themselves and do it. They're not going to spend another $200 just to get a fucking special telly that goes, ooh. And what are you going to do? You're watching YouTubes that are 10 minutes long a piece. You put one on that's thingy and you just go, wait a minute. I'll get up off my fat millennial ass and just flip the telly. So fuck off. No.
Me. I've just spent $5,000 on a piece of shit telly that turns around sideways so I can watch basically the shittest videos available on the internet.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I can now see TikToks as they were meant to be.
TikTok Junior installed that. You know, we got an old phone that we let him play with.
Yeah.
He installed TikTok, made an account, but it's my wife's old phone, so the account was in her name. She was very happy about that. Then he uploaded a couple of videos and all that, and I noticed a couple of likes, and I was looking at his place, and I went for a quick look through TikTok. That shit got deleted.
Why?
That's the sexual abuse case waiting to happen. That place.
Yeah, I agree.
You'll love it.
I've got it.
Of course you have. Of course you have.
I've not opened it in months actually. Oh wait, no.
Not since the warning.
Yeah, not since my IP started getting flagged. No, actually, I tell a lie, but I didn't mean to. I've deleted it now. Oh, no, I've not. I put it in a folder.
See, I didn't get Vine for the most part. I thought Vine was a waste of time.
Do you know what? I've just opened it. I don't follow anyone on TikTok. I literally just open it. And look at that. Straight away. Away.
They know you so well.
Singing, are you? I don't need to hear it. You're all right.
Oh dear me, TikTok. It's just I don't get any of that. But I'm not the target market. Look, I'm an old man with a white beard.
I was thinking because it's all upbeat and like when I installed it, I thought, oh, shall I just? I kind of wanted to do loads of like really sad, just
like this.
Yeah, no, but just like loads of little really sad things. Like I went and bought bread today, and that's it. Literally, so someone's just like, the fuck is this bullshit? Like really badly lit, Billy, and just see if I got like 4 followers on it that would just really dig in the misery of it. But I've not done it in the end.
So just checking on something I read there while it happens live. Oh.
What? The shooting thing?
Yeah. University of North Carolina.
Jesus fucking Christ. 3
people shot. Apparently, someone's in custody. This is the last news story I can find. It's not available in my region because obviously we're not allowed to read about these things.
Fucking hate this. People honestly don't believe me when I say this, but I've started screen grabbing it and showing them, and I'm just like, I can't read. And the thing is, like these news sites that get blocked, usually in America, I'll Google the site itself, and it's like the 7th biggest news outlet in America, and it's blocked, and I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, that's not good though, is it?
No, it's getting a bit too.
Do you know? I'm not sure I can even say anything on that because it's just happened, hasn't it? There's not even no details.
We're not InfoWars, dude. We're not.
No, just gonna say we are under attack.
Yeah,
that's it. The next hour, every slight like
just massive hot take.
Yeah,
massive hot take. Just don't talk about it again if you get it wrong.
Do you know what though? I do love Alex Jones's energy. I love the ridiculousness of it, but I don't. His hot takes are far too quick. Like, do you remember when? Like, we know for a fact, like, because it's hard to research these things sometimes. Obviously, they get deleted and forgotten about. But the Manchester bombing, the videos he was doing there were insane. They were just so factually out there.
Well, I completely lost my shit over one of them, didn't I? When we did the show, because I was genuinely. One of the rare times I was genuinely fucking angry.
Yeah.
You know, when he said, God love them, but the people that died are exactly the sort of people that let these refugees in.
You know,
scumbag.
I got to say, although actually I'm not sure I've opened it up for this chat. There was this thing in December, this FBI report that's leaked to the San Diego Chronicle, and it was. And obviously, Antifa are denying this, but you know the migrant caravans.
Yeah.
Apparently, this is an FBI report. This is their own data. Although no one's been charged yet, but their intelligence showed that they were going to Mexico to join up with some of the caravans, and they were actually trying to procure guns and sneak guns over the border to do an armed assault on the US border.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, like Antifa are just fucking going off on one. Could the same report had a thing about a guy who was going to blow up a far right rally. It wasn't even. It was the Proud Boys and all the rest of it, but it didn't happen, and they caught him. You know, and it was actually only leftists that turned up. No one on the right turned up. It was just an Antifa demo, but they reckon he would have blown it up anyway. So he would have blown up his own people. It was insane. But this thing about the FBI, man, like they've been designated a terrorist organization for a long time, and I think people, including me, have been mocking them, saying they're the shittest terrorist organization on the planet, which they are. I think maybe they're taking the mocking to heart a little bit and actually arming up.
Stepping up.
Yeah, just worrying, a little bit worrying. But at least it'll shut up pricks who normally tweet me going, well, how many deaths are there on the left? And it's like, well, actually, it's more to do with education and systemic stuff that they deal with. But no, they are arming themselves as well. And they were going to attack the US border. They were going to actually train as guerrilla fighters in Mexico. Obviously, they're denying it. And
yeah.
Obviously.
It would be too smart, would it, to go, yeah, we were going to do that.
You goes.
Yeah. Just to say, before we carry on with this, we're coming up to the hour mark now. Probably won't be an extra time again this week while we're just getting used to all this, but we're going for a wee bit longer. But I do have to be in Liverpool first thing in the morning for a meeting, so I really don't want to still be sat here at 2 o'clock doing this. So
I promised Soph that I would do fake homemade McDonald's breakfast burgers tomorrow morning.
I've got to go to Liverpool, dude.
Oh no! Once we're done with that, I'm just playing this bad boy because it arrived today. That's me. I'm just gonna be sitting there like
shocking incel. What's that new zombie game?
Days Gone.
Yeah, I fancy that.
Yeah, I quite like it, but it's one of them where I'm not going to spend 50-60 quid on it when it's first come out. It'll be half the price in a month. There's been a bit of a controversy over that though, about the fact that it's got white zombies in it, predominantly white, like almost entirely white zombies, and people are
have they never seen so many white zombies in one place before?
It's just
is that what it is?
It's too much for people. But here's the thing: like the reviewers, and this is again games journalism. The joke that it is these days, it's actually explained in the game really clearly early on that part of this virus makes you go albino. So so they've actually sat down and gone, what do we do? Because obviously with these fucking, SJW freaks, you can't win. If it's too white, then you're not representing minorities enough. And if there's too many minorities, then you're glorifying violence against minorities, aren't you? You literally can't fucking win with them.
No, you remember the trouble we had when you coded that game using that dev platform. What was it? KKK Simulator. People got very excited about that.
No. So anyway, because the world is a fucking ridiculous place where people piss themselves over anything, they wrote it into the game that the zombie thing makes you albino. That was their little... It's like the Avengers with the 14 million things and there's only one that they win. It's like their little get-out clause. And these fucking idiot journalists couldn't even accept the bullshit that had been put in there for them. Go fuck themselves. Makes me want to play it more.
Well, just
the fact that they've done that.
Well, I quite fancy the game. I will wait till it's been out for a little while, though. But just because we're coming up to the hour mark. If you're still listening live, we think the world of you. If you're listening on the podcast, great. If you're watching a video replay, even better. If you dig what we're doing, we've got content coming out every day now, and if you do dig it, please consider supporting us, the Trigger Warning project at the very least. Head over to triggerwarning.tv and you'll see links on there to donate or to go to Patreon, which is patreon.com/triggerwarningtv. You can sign up from like $1 a month. And we are going to be working on some new options as well. If you've got a Brave browser, you can drop us attention tokens through there. We will be taking Bitcoin, but also it's going to take a few months. We're going to investigate making membership a little more valuable. Maybe do it through the site rather than through Patreon or something like that. We've been moving around the outside of a couple of ideas that could be really, really cool like that. Help us out, guys. It's hugely appreciated because we're spending a lot of time doing this, mainly because we do love it. Okay, there's no two ways around it.
Oh, yeah.
It's hugely fun. Okay, and we just want to do more. We just want to do more and more and more. And that's what we'll do. Natalie said, which is better for you guys, donate or Patreon? It depends. If it's regular Patreon's cool because we can kind of bank on it, but you can also do that through PayPal. If we give Patreon do take a small cut, and then PayPal take a cut. So it does cost us more through Patreon. And Natalie says, can I donate more to see more Aidan? Yeah. Whatever.
That's kind of how it works, to be honest. That's why we've been stepping up recently, because people have been donating more, so we can turn away from paid work a little bit more. Or other kinds of paid work. But no, if you want to work in terms of the percentage, you're probably better off going triggerwarning.tv and clicking the donate button. You can just set up a recurring there, which is your own private Patreon. And
Nailers just said we haven't enabled super chat yet, but we're not allowed to yet, are we?
We're not allowed, are we?
I thought you had to have 1,000 subscribers and 240,000 minutes. We're not a million miles away now. In fact, we're not that far away at all.
Yeah, I'd love to enable it, but we're not allowed.
I'm pretty sure it's 1,000 subs and 240,000 minutes for any kind of monetization. We've got 907 subs, so do share the links, guys. Get us out there. Help us out. That'll be massively appreciated. And how many viewing minutes? Because tonight's won't be on there yet.
No, 197,000 for the year so far, actually, which is really good. Stunning.
Only another 43 to go then.
43, yeah, we'll get that in a couple of weeks, man. People have been sharing and watching. People have been going through every single video and sharing it constantly. Like, I have a search on TweetDeck for trigger warning, and I've just been losing. I normally spot when people do it, so I can drop them a little thank you. But I've just been losing track. People have been going mental. I can't keep up with it, which is good, So if I haven't tweeted you back, I haven't said anything, then sorry. Guys, if you're not watching this live, if you're watching this after the event and you've got yourself through an hour and however long it's been, tweet me a gif of an orange so I know you got this far. No, because I like it, because sometimes it's like two weeks later and I just get an orange gif and I'm like, no way, this is awesome.
Tweet him a gif of a burning cross.
No.
He loves those. They're his favourites.
If you can find a gif that incorporates the concept of orange and a burning cross, double, triple points. Or any image, really. Yeah, go for it.
Natalie's just said, I'd really love to print off a bunch of shit for this and Richie Allen to leave on the underground. We are going to be doing, and I think it's probably going to be towards the end of the year now, but there is going to be the Sinister Trumpet, which will be our regular fanzine, which I'm working on with Daz, who does stuff for us now and again, and he's a friend of Trigger Warning, and it's called the Sinister Trumpet. We've got mock-ups of the covers and the style of it, and we're working on all the other bits and pieces. So you'll be able to leave them anywhere you like. Just have a read, leave it with someone else.
Dude, did you know that we are the biggest medical marijuana exporter on the planet?
What, us?
Yeah, the UK.
Oh, not me and you.
Not me and you. No, we wouldn't be here begging for Streamlabs tips, would we?
We'd be too stoned.
It'd just be, I don't know. I don't know if we could be the biggest if we did smoke our own. I don't know. I don't know how it works when you sell large quantities of marijuana. But the UK is actually the biggest exporter.
I can believe that.
Which seems weird to me, because there's been all these public cases, really. Because there's been legal exemptions in this country, haven't there, for very, very select few types of cases, long-term chronic pain and stuff. But it's not like you can just go to the doctor and get your weed passed.
But it is coming. It is coming.
Yeah.
And I don't see the harm in it. Well, I don't understand. I mean, as you know, I don't use it, so it doesn't matter to me. But I can't understand why politicians have a problem about, not just medical marijuana, which definitely has benefits, obviously. But why don't they want people using it for fun?
I know.
It's everyone. I mean, granted, when people are heavy users, they are terribly miserable bastards. But people that use a lot of alcohol, like alcoholics, aren't a huge amount of fun either. But the majority of people would use it reasonably if they were educated to do so. So why not just legalise it and be fucking done with it? I don't understand.
And the fact that we're the world leader in exporting it, it's like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, in terms of like all these problems with like holes in the economy and schools not being funded, and it's like, did we not see in Colorado where where they had a surplus. The year they legalized it, they had a surplus in the state. A tax surplus, sorry. But here's the problem, though, or some of the problems involved at the moment. If you do get special permission to have it in this country, the prescription costs you $1,400 a month.
Oh,
which is just fucking insane. I mean, so obviously people are then like growing it on their own, and why the fuck wouldn't $1,400 a month? Jeez. And then the other thing, the other stumbling block, and this is amazing, because it's been approved for medical use for people with chronic pain, that's then created a logjam in terms of making it available because it hasn't been tested as a medicine. Now that it's been put in that box, they're like, oh, well, we need years and years and we need all these samples for it to be like a safe medicine. And the same thing happened in California. Like, once it got classed for medical use, and then they've actually expanded that to the general use as well, it gets tested for like animal hairs and all sorts. And it's like, it's a fucking plant. This is the problem when fucking government gets involved with anything like this. They just need to say, you know what, if you want to have it, have it. If a public place doesn't want it there, if you're renting out a private apartment and you don't want it smoked in the place, then have that in the terms and conditions. You know what I mean? But just allow it. Get rid of all this medical bullshit and let people have it. What's the worst that could happen? It's never killed anyone. Ever,
No, just the illegality of it has.
Yeah.
And what I'm going to ask you to do, Graham, is talk to the lovely people while I go and have a wee.
You're going to go have a wee, are you?
Yeah, and grab another drink.
What would you rather I talk about whilst you're gone? Disabled people being dickheads?
Yeah, that'll
trans
do.
people being... Okay,
Don't let people down. Don't let people down. Just you crack on with your bad self.
No, you're all right. Well, I've just got a little bit frustrated at this thing recently because there's... Liverpool have recently come out, and the university there have come out saying, the University of Liverpool has been getting into trouble for, quote, disadvantaging disabled students. I've got to go really, really carefully here. One girl was annoyed about the fact that she's been charged £250 for what was at least a 3-month extension. But here's the thing, and this really fucking annoyed me because it's been getting loads and loads of coverage. Felicity got charged £50 for a 3-month extension, which then rose to 200 when they extended it further. But she isn't actually registered as disabled. She's going on the fucking BBC News going on about how disabled people and, the 2010 legislation for access and all that. She didn't even tell the University of Liverpool she's disabled. So this person who had whatever health issues, she's not gone public with that in terms of what I've been able to read so far today. But yeah, she's not gone public with it. And yet she's pulling the disabled badge and saying they're not doing enough for disabled people. And this is disgusting and that. But what she's failing to mention is the University of Liverpool charges everyone to extend. Everyone, no matter who they are. So this person who isn't disabled got charged for an extension of 3 motherfucking months and is now complaining about it. And the reason I wanted to bring it up is, and I was trying to talk to myself about a nice way to put this the other day. If you can't hack being on the degree, then maybe you shouldn't be on the degree. Now, don't get me wrong. If someone's in a wheelchair and they need access to the room, and this did happen, and this is part of some of the complaints, rooms were booked that didn't have wheelchair access, and people were just put in ridiculous places where they couldn't see the screen. I accept that. That is a mistake. That's something the university needs to sort out. Of course it is. If you've got someone who is in a wheelchair, then yeah, you shouldn't be booking rooms you should be thinking of that when you book the room and you make allowances. That's the law. Not only is it the law, it's the decent thing to do as well. But some motherfucker takes 3 months off saying they're ill and they're not even disabled, and then having the bollocks to go on BBC News and complain about it and say enough isn't being done. I'm sorry, love, but I think at this point, honestly, maybe you shouldn't be at university. I've been saying this for fucking ages, man. Degrees are being watered down to the point where they don't fucking mean anything. When she was challenged on the BBC about it, like, well, what would you like? And apparently, note takers. People are so far gone that they need someone to sit there and take notes for them. And it's like, well, what the fuck are you doing there then? Why are you getting a degree? What field do you want to go into exactly? I don't understand this. It's been really frustrating me, this. I think, and that probably seems a bit harsh on disabled people, you know, if you've got a mental whatever going on. But for me, I think most people, I think 10% of people who are currently going to university should not, we should cut it down to 10%. That's my perspective. Because at the moment, degrees mean fuck all. And if you need someone to sit next to you to write notes, or if you need an extra 6 months to get you working, what are you going to then do with that degree? When you go get a job, well, I've got this degree. It's amazing, isn't it? You're going to get the job. You're going to get fired. You're going to be one of these pricks that lives on Twitter, constantly begging for money, constantly begging. I don't. Can no one else hear all the shit that you're doing right now, Aidan? So I'm just listening to you potter around and everything, and you've muted yourself. He's blowing his nose right in my ears as I'm trying to say all this. Can you put yourself back on at least? Come on, you motherfucker! Stop whispering sweet things in my ears. But no, it really annoyed me. It really annoyed me seeing the coverage of this in terms of the University of Liverpool, because they're all bowing and apologising and all the rest of it. And it's like, ultimately, you've got a girl who didn't even tell them she's disabled, complaining about them not respecting her disability. And it's like, how fucking... And that's the thing. If you are so fucking incompetent that you're disabled, but you don't tell anyone about it, and then expect them to bend to your wishes, you should not be getting a degree. You shouldn't be there. That's like basic competency tests. Do you know what I mean? Whatever place of work you go to using that degree, you're misrepresenting yourself. You're muddying the name of the university, and you're not going to stay there. The only thing you're going to be able to do is write for fucking Vox or HuffPost or something like that, sitting there angry as shit all day long, going on about how unjust the world is because you're just carrying all this bullshit with you. Fuck off. Fuck off.
Well said. Well said. Vent that anger.
No, I'm telling you, man. Universities, cut it down to 10% of what we've got now. If they can't afford it, get rid of some of the fucking admin staff. We've just now, I think it was 4 years ago, we've actually overtaken for the first time ever admin to tutors. The ratio, there's more admin than tutors now. They're not needed.
I can believe it.
You don't need 100 diversity staff in one place. You don't fucking need it. That's why it costs so much money. What? Yeah. Fuck off.
Imagine if I said that live.
It's bad form, man. It's
That'd
bad
be terrible
form.
if I said that live, wouldn't it?
Bad form, man. No. This ain't right. This ain't right. None of this is right.
It's all right.
We
got new people in as well. Have you said hello? I don't think we said hello to Joe Public, Paul, Julie, and there was another one that went past earlier, but I was busy coughing and saying terrible things to you.
The shit I have to put up with. It's ridiculous. At least you weren't playing fucking clown noises at me this time. Bob Shoe said something really good about the weed thing there. If weed was legalised here, young lads wouldn't get shot in the legs and thrown out of town for growing their own. Agreed. That needs to... It solves so many problems. And you know what? If a few wreckheads have uneventful, uninspired lives where they don't really chase their dreams, they were probably going to do that anyway. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
I can live with that.
Sorry, I'm just up to no good.
I know, and because of this motherfucking camera delay, because you won't send your feed to me, I'm just I can't even see you until like a minute later, and then I'm like,
it's a shame that.
What was he doing then? What was he doing? What was he even doing? Weed, it'll go black market. Natalie, that's exactly what happened in look up California. Guys that were growing just literally. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Don't stop, dude. Keep going. That's better. Graham's gone now. I was just playing. Look, it says it's the perfect soundtrack for making love and sexy relaxation.
It's right in my ears.
Everyone can hear it now.
You sending this out to everyone then?
Yeah, I'm not sure that's the perfect soundtrack for making love and sexy relaxation.
Prince, man. Prince.
Cannibal Corpse, Hammer Smashed Face. It's got a good rhythm. Just.
I know, man. I get one of the slow Prince ones on. I'll be there for you. Doing my nipple rub, walking along.
Bit of Barry White.
And it's great now because I can shout at Google to change the song. So I can stop. Hey, Google!
Try it to Hammer Smashed Face, though.
Play something faster. I'm nearly done.
Slay Angel of Death. There you go. That'll get you there.
Dude, I've got an amazing quote for you, and I'm worried that we're going to run out of time, right? So you know this. I'm not going to go into the ins and outs of it because anyone with common sense knows the side that we need to fall on in the end. But the whole transgender debate, there's been that girl who was born a boy has won 9 out of 9 competitions and has broken like 5 world records so far, and yet people are still going. That's just a coincidence, isn't it? There's no way.
Well, it's like was it volleyball or something like that? They showed these girls playing against a really big fucking bloke.
Yeah.
I mean, like a proper brick shithouse.
But you've got to hear this though in terms of Colorado right now because there's been another weightlifter that's got in trouble, and Colorado. This is the Sports Governance Center at the University of Colorado, right?
Right.
This is the director of the Sports Governance Center, Roger Pielke Jr. This is a direct quote from him. There's no simple or even complex biological test you can apply that tells you who's a man and who's a woman.
Well, I think there is.
There's no simple test. And there's no complex biological test. So the director of the Sports Governance Center is just stumped. I can fucking do it now. I'm a dude, Aidan. There's your simple test.
I was just going to say, could they not just, have a look?
Yeah, this is why we're having a problem, man.
Have a feel, weigh the balance.
The idiots have taken over the asylum.
Yeah, just weigh the balance, and if the big heavy ones, then, it's a bloke, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, normally you can do it, there's a really easy biological test, which is you have a look. And when you have a look, you go, yeah, it's geezer that.
You can just tell. You just go like that, and the vast majority of times you'll get it right.
And the odd time that you don't, well, you just got to live with that, haven't you?
But when a lady with very new ID wins 9 out of 9 competitions and breaks 5 world records, then at some point you're going to go, is there a complicated test we could do? Maybe something, anything. Let us know.
Let me just bring something up here because seeing as we're on this topic.
No, you're all right. You're all right. I stand by what I've said about this previously, though, man. Like, you want to live as a man, woman, whatever the fuck you want, you do that, but you can't then compete in sports with women. It's just them's the breaks. That's life, man. That's just what it is.
You got to be careful what you say here, but that
Why?
Stephanie Hayden's been at it again, hasn't?
Oh, that absolute fucking prick. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah,
terrible human being. Just literally just will not stop. Like taking people to court because they don't care for her or the way she behaves or what she is, as if everyone has to kowtow.
I know.
But there's comments like this. Stephanie Hayden is a very brave woman when she stands up lawfully to transphobia. She is not only defending herself but every trans person who has been victimised by transphobic hate and all bullied minorities. A lot owe her a thank you.
She's the one bullying trans people, though. This fucking bullshit with it.
She attacked a trans person, didn't she? So
she can go fuck herself.
Legally attacked. You got to be careful what you say.
Yeah, I mean, well, just show how ridiculous the situation is. The one and only hate crime trial that's actually fully gone to trial in this country was, in terms of trans people, the defendant was trans. That's the situation we're in right now. The one time it's ever actually fully gone to court, it was a trans person who they said who described herself as a man. And then a non-trans person took her to court for a hate crime. And it's like, you can't even have been born with a dick, cut it off and say, yeah, but I'm still a man. You can't do that now. It's insane. Protecting them from themselves.
Apparently, this Stephanie Hayden turned up at this woman's house and delivered the court papers herself.
Jesus Christ. Good. Well, you know what? In the long run, good. I feel bad for the people she's harassing, which she is harassing people blatantly. But at least it will highlight the ridiculousness of the situation. You know, if this stuff's quiet and under the current, and they're just doing what they have been doing for many years, which is just destroying people's lives, destroying their reputations. At least with Stephanie Hayden, she's such a vocal, attention-seeking cunt that it highlights how ridiculous the law is, and highlights how ridiculous we're going in terms of treating trans people with kid gloves, like they're some sort of pathetic second-class citizen that can't handle criticism or humour, or ultimately.
It doesn't make any sense to me, but as you know, I'm just waiting for the point where I get in trouble. I slip up quite often on the shows. And I keep getting banned on Twitter for it, don't I?
Yeah, it's disgusting, Aidan. I've never had a Twitter ban.
What was it I was told today on Twitter? I was told that I'm a terrible human being. Hold on. They must have got me mixed up with you.
No.
They definitely got me mixed up with you. Is his reply still here? Where is he, this incel fucking loser? Where's he gone? Come on now, where are you? There it is. It's his name's Joshua. Basically, I was having a laugh and a joke with Richie, and he said, I'm just talking to this Hewitt, not the other Hewitts, which is us riffing on those Pikey Fight videos. So I put, I'm not talking to the other Hewitts, they're all Jews, Muslims, atheists, and whatever.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
Well, I got told off. This guy said, dude, tone it down on the racist hatred. Anti-vaxxers are an issue that need to be dealt with, sure. But don't drag in Jews, Muslims or atheists in your hate fest. All it does is turn people off your message and make you seem like an intolerable asshole.
When did we stop being allowed to just take the piss out of religious people, eh? Eh?
I'm not really sure.
When did this blasphemy stuff creep back in? It used to be loads of fun. We spent the whole 90s taking the piss out of every religion on the face of the planet. They were all fucking idiots and we loved it. And we loved whipping the piss out of them.
Now it's gone. I'm a terrible racist. They think I'm you. It's totally unfair. We're approaching 1 hour 25 minutes.
I tell you what, that's good, because I've seen this girl called Mazgirl going on about doxing someone, but I might save that till Sunday. Yeah. Because I know you don't follow Comicsgate too much, and it'll probably be better if I can put it up on the screen.
Yes.
And well, before we go as well, Venezuela's just fucking burning right now. Did you see that video?
The police vehicle driving over the people.
Just fucking bouncing high because of the amount of bodies under it. It was like,
it's burning to the ground, that place. And many people are happy because they get to say things about socialism.
Well,
as if the current leader's any kind of actual socialist,
Well, yeah, I mean, but socialism always leads to exactly this happening. But apart from that, people on the left are exactly the same, though, because they're just saying it's a coup, American imperialism. Yeah. Left and right are both twisting it so that you know, they're both saying "I told you so" basically on the back of innocent people being driven over like this, and it's fucking ridiculous, man.
Absolutely, and we'll definitely go into that a little bit more, maybe Thursday or Sunday. But before we go, we have to do the rundown, the showdown, everything else. We're putting a lot of content out now, particularly on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/TriggerWarningTV, which most of you know because you're already there. Every Tuesday night we do this at 10:30 p.m. UK time. That's 5:30 p.m. Eastern. And if you're somewhere else, well, you know, whatever dreadful shithole you live in, it'll be a time there as well. Use Google or DuckDuckGo if you're paranoid. Then on a Thursday we have The Big Show, but before that the podcast comes out on a Wednesday, which will be the audio from this, basically. The Big Show on a Thursday, more videos will come out Friday and Saturday. Then at 12 p.m. UK time, 12 in the afternoon UK time, Graham does a better Sunday View.
The real Sunday View,
No,
motherfucker.
A better Sunday View. Basically, Trigger Warning Sunday, and that's with Graham, where he has to rant and rave for a couple of hours, and it's really cool. Do check that out.
I'm gonna be on location this week as well.
Fantastic.
I won't be here. I'll be out.
Of course, I forgot about that. And I did a stream the Sunday night just gone, just because I could. So I make no promises about that happening again, but I'll do my best. It was only about 45 minutes, which for us is practically nothing, you know.
It was so funny that, because you already know this, Aidan, but I'll tell everyone else. Like, I finished my show on Sunday, and it took a while for YouTube to process it, for me to then be able to download it. I was editing all day, like cutting clips, uploading them, doing the descriptions, checking everything, all the rest of it, the whole fucking shebang. And I literally just scheduled the last clip to go live on like Thursday morning or whatever. And I literally just sat back here, and then it just popped up, Trigger Warning is live. And I was like, oh shit, we're live, what's going on? And it was like 10 hours of work. And, okay.
It was like 11:30 at night as well, wasn't it, when I started?
Yeah. You know when they call gin Mother's Ruin? I was the male equivalent of that at that point. I had a very large glass of gin, and I was just going, oh.
So I may or may not do another one of those this week. All depends how my day pans out, how much time I have. But, we just want to give you guys more content, more cool content, and hopefully you enjoy it. But if you'd like to support the project before then, do consider going to triggerwarning.tv. You can donate on the front page directly via PayPal. We do have crypto coming soon, and you can use the Brave browser, I believe, if you want to leave basic attention tokens. Or you can go to patreon.com/triggerwarningtv and sign up there for anything from like $1 a month. And we are going to be actively working for the remainder of this year to come up with a much cooler option for members. So there's even more value in it for you to get in there and support the project. But I'm reckoning, Graham, that's us just about done, really, isn't it?
Yeah, a couple of questions, guys. What do you think about a mailing list? I was thinking about that today. Like, let us know what you think.
Because like a newsletter.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't mind doing a weekly email, like literally just a weekly email, just to see, like a newsletter, just to say this is what everything. So that it's just on one thing, like this is all the videos we put out this week, just in case you missed anything, and then that way, if we do any extra podcasts or extra bits that you don't know about, it's just kind of there for you. But I also thought it might be a good idea to do that in terms of if we get people setting up regular PayPal donations, so they're not getting the Patreon rewards. It's another way to. If people are donating in different areas, we can kind of add them onto a super secret mailing list for people who support us, basically. That's my thought, anyway.
Pics. Dick pics.
Well, just so people aren't left out if they don't join Patreon, and they don't get, like, the little secret things.
Oh, that was a very abrupt finish.
I know. Well, I was thinking, guys, does anyone want to see me stream this? I was thinking of doing a misogyny run. I don't know anything about it other than it got in a lot of trouble for the fact that you could hurt a woman on it. So I was thinking, what if I act and I pretend to be a misogynist? No.
Pretend.
No, but it might be fun, like, because we don't do anything on Monday or Wednesday live. So I thought, well, Monday or Wednesday, I could just, like, it could be Misogyny Mondays. And I
could stream European Truck Simulator.
Well, I can't think of a way to fit that into Wednesdays.
Wankers Wednesday.
Wankers Wednesday. Windshield Wednesdays.
I've never managed to play that for more than 5 or 6 minutes.
Yeah, Limmy streams it for hours on end, doesn't he? And,
I don't know. I just can't bear it.
He got invited to Twitch on the back of it the other day. He got him in. Loads of pictures next to the Twitch logo and everything. Like, I'm here.
I find it unbearable. I did.
Yeah.
I played that 7 Days to Die for a while, but I've not had time to game much at all recently. So
no, I've not. But that's what I thought about this, because it's kind of fun, and it's multiple choice essentially. So so I thought, well, if we go into it in terms of role play, that I am a misogynist, it might be a fun ride for everyone, you know. Detroit. We can go and hate women virtually. It'll be cathartic.
I don't see that it's any different to any other fucking day. But okay, yeah. But I think you should stream games. People love it when you do games. You know, Pac-Man, Pong.
I'll give it a go this Monday. We'll see how it
Space
feels.
Invaders.
Shut up.
Galaxians. All the new stuff. All the new stuff. I think that's what we should be doing.
All the latest.
Do you remember when I was it drunk streamed fucking Resident Evil, didn't I?
Yeah.
And because it was in VR, so I actually sobered up. I was just...
Yeah. I did that on Christmas Day, and I just threw it off after like 45 minutes, and everyone was messaging me saying, you were just getting to the good bit. And I was like, yeah, shit was banging on the walls all around me. I was like, I'm done with this, man. This ain't no Christmas.
That was shocking, because I had a bit of liquid refreshment, fired up the new VR, and just had a terrible time. It was just terrible and stressful. Very stressful. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you're watching live, listening, if you're listening to podcast, or watching it after the fact on YouTube. You've had all the spiel. You've had all the stuff that we've got to talk about this evening. Clips and everything throughout the week. So thank you very, very much for hanging out with us. We genuinely appreciate it. And we'll be speaking at you very, very soon, won't we?
Yeah. Yeah, Thursday.
Thursday, big show, 10 p.m.
Is it election night?
Yeah, local election, so he gives a shit about that.
Locals!
Good night, everybody.